Imagine battling a fish on the end of your line for an hour and a half, only for a 3.5 metre tiger shark to eventually surface.
Yeah, no thanks. Well, after snapping a pic with their catch and then releasing the exhausted shark back into the sea, a trio of Victorian fishers live to tell the tale. And we are joined by them now, fishermen Zach Hanning, Luke Williamson and Natalie Shute from Stratford in Victoria. Good morning to you guys. You made it out alive.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, going good, thanks. How are you going and how did you do this? What happened? Talk us through it.
Yeah, so pretty much from the get-go, I knew it was a shark the way it was taking line, and it wasn't really until I got the rod out of the rod holder and put the gimbal belt on and the harness that I really got to feel the weight and power of the fish. And from then on, it was just a cat and mouse game trying to get him over the bar or, you know, me gaining line and him taking line. It was exhausting.
Wow.
An hour and a half on the rod wasn't easy, and it was a hot day. It was 36 or 38 degrees down there on the sand.
So you're not on a boat, you're on the sand.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And you're reeling in a huge shark.
Yeah.
I mean, why did you keep reeling?
Yeah.
Did you really want to see that thing?
Oh, of course. You don't really understand it till you feel the power of it all when you're strapped in, like you got to keep going.
Unbelievable. You really are strapped in there. You've got some kind of harness thing going on there, so you know what you're doing. And does this happen often? I mean, like, you guys do this all the time, clearly. This has got to be a prize-winning catch for you guys, right?
Yeah, it's like the tiger sharks. You hear of them getting caught, not very, very often, but you do hear over the years the odd one getting caught down here. And it's definitely something I wasn't targeting. We were just down there to have a fish and enjoy the sand and the beach on a warm day, and maybe catch a bronze whaler or something, or something for the freezer. And to have something like that on the end was definitely not something scripted anyway.
I mean, that photo is not AI. You're really sitting on top of a shark.
Yeah, tiger.
Talk us through what you then had to do to get that shark back and send it back on its way.
So it's a bit of a process. You grab your tail rope, which sort of helps stabilise the shark and prevent it from rolling in the sand and getting tangled sort of in the trace and all the gear. And then someone has to sort of get on the shark, which then helps prevent it from rolling in the sand and sort of hurting any of us and probably hurting itself a little bit as well. Then you got to get the de-hooker and get your gear out of its mouth. And then get a quick happy snap and we get it back in the water. And that day it was Zach. He swam it out, probably up to chest height in the water. And once it's sort of got its bearings and it's happy enough, it just swims away on its own.
Hang on.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Back up.
You swum it out. What do you mean you swum it out? Couldn't it just spun around and taken a bite?
You sort of hold its tail and keep it pointing in the direction you want it to go. And like you said, at that stage, it's pretty tired after its fight. So it's just wanting to get back out and go do its thing. It's not really interested in turning around and biting us. It just wants to go home.
I mean, you're saying that. Zach's the one who swam out with the shark. What was that like, Zach?
Oh, it's pretty surreal. Like it's you just care for the fish. Like after an hour and a half on the beach and something that large, you want to get it back in the best way you can. So you sort of hold it upright and make sure there's plenty of water pumping through its gills, and you sort of feel when the shark's ready, he'll get kicking a little bit and then they self-propel off and away into the deep it goes.
Gee, I'm so pleased it went back to its nice natural habitat. That's quite nice, isn't it, Luke?
Yeah, no, it was... When we got it in, we were just like, wow, we've got to put this back. This is just... We'll talk about this when we're 70, on the rocking chairs out the front, having a beer. We'll be like, remember that day? We're like, yep, that was just amazing.
You sure will. I don't think that's something you forget.
No way. So good. And you're going to do it again anytime soon, you reckon?
We do it often, but nothing matched that.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
So.
Very special, guys. A really, really great story. And I'll never get sick of looking at that picture.
Neither will I.
Riding a tiger shark. My goodness gracious.
Amazing.
Well done, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Happy
Thanks for
fishing.
joining us.
All right. You too.
Oh.
Wow.
It was this big. Arms can't even do it. It was
I know,
bigger
that's the
than
thing.
this.
Huge, as big as this couch.
Hey there, Today fans. Sarah and What's my name again?
Oh my goodness. Carl?
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel, though. Subscribe now for more news, special reports, and amazing Aussie stories.
And Carl misbehaving,
Whoa,
of course.
that never happens.
Always happens.
What's she talking about?
Always happens.